Okay, welcome back to What's Hot in Digital. We have a very exciting guest with us today. We've got Olivia here from Moocha Matcha, who has started her own matcha company. So we're going to be asking her all about her social strategy, how she started the business, any issues she's had, and just a bit of a general chit chat. So welcome to What's Hot in Digital.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Very excited to be here. So I guess first off, if you want to tell everyone a little bit about Moocha Matcha and what sparked the idea for the business.
Yeah.
What made you decide to enter the world of matcha?
Well, growing up, I never drank coffee. So whenever I'd go to a cafe, I was always like ordering a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And then I got to an age and I was like, I feel like I can't be ordering hot chocolates anymore. And I was at this cafe, I think it was in New Zealand, and I tried a matcha and I was like, wait, it's actually like kind of good. And it doesn't look good because it's green. And I feel like people always like, what are these people drinking? This green drink.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this could be my new thing. So I ordered matcha powder, started making it at home. Whenever I went to like different places, it was never like what I wanted it to be. Because I'm very like particular, like it has to taste really good. Otherwise I don't want to drink it, you know?
See, I feel like I'll admit I'm not personally a matcha fan, but it's probably because I've had bad ones. I feel like they're hard to get right.
Yeah, for sure. Like sometimes you never know what you're going to get. So I was like, I want to start making matcha that people love.
Very exciting.
So that's kind of where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
And now, it's growing and I love what I do.
It's taking off.
I love the matcha. So,
Yeah, and we were just talking about how you're sort of scaling back on your day-to-day job so you have a little bit more time to focus on the business.
Yeah, it's been a lot working like 4 days a week as well as running a business alone. It like doesn't sound like a lot, but it is because there's a lot of things that go into running a business that people don't see. So it's been exhausting, but I last week cut down my shifts, so I'm only doing 2 days, which is nice. Can focus on Mucha and growing it and just having more time for it.
Very exciting. Matcha's having a very hot, popular moment at the moment. We're seeing it pop up everywhere in cafes, wellness brands, you name it. As someone who has been deep in the space for quite a while, how does it feel building Moocha Matcha in such a sort of fast-growing and competitive space as well?
It's exciting. It's stressful. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure to always be like achieving at a high level. But I think it also pushes me to stand out and make Mucha something that no one else is. So at the markets as well, I'm not the only matcha stall. So going in straight away, having direct competition at the markets was so scary. And I was like, oh my gosh, people are not going to want to try Mucha because it's already matcha. But I think that everyone's different, so it's like personal preference, and I've built a community and also a product that people like, that people come to the markets to get. And then obviously it's hard not to like compare yourself to other businesses and like seeing other people trying new things and then wanting to like do something else as well to like stay up like on top of everything. But no, I think it's more motivating. It's more motivating.
Competition drives.
It does. Because if I didn't have any competition, I wouldn't care as much.
Yeah, exactly. It forces you to sort of work on your unique offering and everything.
Like what makes it yours.
Yeah. So you're at the Milton markets. Is that every weekend that
every
you go?
Sunday, yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. How did you, I guess, when you said there was already a matcha brand there, how did you sort of approach that to try and stand out? Was it like your branding and
just
everything?
like different flavors, because obviously people like to do like different signature matcha drinks. So I think our signature strawberry, vanilla sea salt, white chocolate raspberry, banana bread, like they're all kind of unique and they're all really good. To toot your own horn. But and I think just as well building a community around it and then seeing your regulars coming back, and that's what makes it all,
all worth it.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, I guess, further to that, you've built a really amazing community through the markets and through social media as well. So what kind of was your first step to creating that community, and how have you kept it growing from there?
Just showing up and being there every single time, meeting everyone, remembering people. It's like there's been people that have come since the very beginning, and it just makes you so proud because you know that they like what you're making, as well as, posting on social media so people can see it all. They know who you are. They know what your product's about, the journey. I think that's what makes people want to follow along. So, it's still, growing and trying to get it out there, but different opportunities like open Mucha up to more people, more faces. So I think that helps.
Do you find that you get a lot of kind of engagement through your social media, and that's how you build that community from there.
100%. Social media is like a game changer.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without it.
Yeah.
And I think we've got such an advantage in this day and age,
yeah.
like having social media and being able to post to literally the world for anyone to see.
Yeah.
And then that's, people see it and they're like, wait, I want to try that. And like the power of influence and all that. So
are you focusing on like, do you have particular platforms that you go to post your content?
TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like that's the key ones. And TikTok in particular kind of can go viral really easily and reach such wide audiences. So that's exciting. What is your approach to when you come to creating content, and how have you been able to sort of engage your audience in such an authentic way?
Just keeping it real, just posting anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm always so strict on myself and I'm like, no, it's not perfect, or I don't like
it. Doesn't have to be super pretty anymore.
Yeah. And I remember the first one I ever did, because at first I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know what to post. This is hard. And I was like, Olivia, just post anything.
Just post it.
And I posted this video, like a voiceover, and it was me making matcha on a Sunday morning. And it did really well. Yeah. Like 100,000 views, which is like a decent amount.
Yeah, it is.
And then I remember like that weekend it was so busy. Like I think we probably sold out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. But
I feel like you're often surprised by the posts that you wouldn't think would perform, but it's people just love watching the everyday behind
and it was
the scenes.
just talking about matcha and Mucha. Yeah. And then also as well, I just like posting aesthetic sort of stuff, recipes with matcha, vlogging, day in the lives, like anything to do with Mucha.
Do you have, I guess, a consistent strategy to your posting, or are you just like, as much as I can when I can?
Mostly that, because it does drain me and it does take a lot of my energy, and also there's days where I don't even want to look at it because, I don't know, it's hard, you know, staying on top of it all.
Yeah.
But I try to like do a few voiceovers a week and just filming whatever I can behind the scenes, keeping up with it, being consistent. But I also think there's so much talk around posting every day to grow.
Yeah.
But I think as long as your content's like authentic and you stay consistent, even if it's twice a week, people still get, you know, a bit of content, but it doesn't need to be in their face like every day. But whatever works for your business.
Yeah, definitely. Have you worked with any influencers before?
I haven't worked with any, but there's been some that have come.
Okay. Awesome. Just like organically.
Yeah, I remember Stephen Miles. It was like a week away from like deciding who's going to be elected. Yeah. And he came to the markets with this whole big camera crew. Yeah. And I didn't really know who he was, but I recognized him from TikTok. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, Stephen Miles. Yeah. Like, do you want to try a matcha? And so we did. And that video went viral.
Wow.
And then that's when I realized the power of social media.
Yeah.
So that really kicked us off at the start, which was amazing. And then since then, there's been a few other influencers that have just shown up. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And they've posted.
Yeah. See, I feel like they will organically share things that they themselves enjoy, which is great. So getting to ride off the back of that, which is exciting.
But to add to that, I've never paid for any marketing, nothing like that. It's all organic.
That's amazing. You should be very proud of yourself. But yeah, it does become a lot, and I feel like we often find with our clients, you reach that point where you kind of are like, oh, how am I going to focus back on the business and things? But it also is such an authentic piece coming from the business owner themselves. So I think you've done a really great job on that side of things. So you've been involved in a lot of local events like clothing warehouses and Pilates events. How important would you say these events are to your business, and what have you sort of learnt from them and taken away from them?
I think they're amazing. And every time I get asked or invited to be a part of them, I just feel so excited and grateful. There's been a few like big businesses as well, so it's good being involved and meeting people, and also being exposed to like a lot more people because they have huge followings as well.
Yeah, bit of networking.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone's always so friendly, which I love. People are always interested to see what you have and want to try it. Yeah. And it also goes matcha like ties in nicely with different things. So for example, like I've got a Pilates pop-up coming up. Like
That's exciting.
Better combo than matcha and Pilates.
Yeah.
So I think it's nice as well for their business to have something that their community can enjoy afterwards as well.
Yeah, okay. Are there any events or things that you would possibly say no to? I guess maybe if it didn't align to your brand.
Not yet, but because matcha is quite time consuming and matcha is expensive itself. There's been, I think, one where they asked if I could come make matcha, but it was only for 30 people.
Okay.
And at the time I was working every Saturday.
Yeah.
So I had to say no because like just going out all the way, taking a day off work to make 30 matchas, it's not really worth it. But I love, any opportunity that comes.
Yeah, awesome. So you recently traveled to Japan to source your own matcha. How did that experience influence the way that you're approaching your brand and product, and what makes your matcha stand out from others?
It was the most amazing trip of my life.
Sounds amazing.
I got to take my sister as well, which was incredible. It was just like so surreal, like being there and seeing it in person because we obviously know it comes from Japan. It's grown in the matcha farms in the fields, but being there and seeing it and the people behind it all makes it all like so special because like I think that's the best country and people we could be doing business with because they're all so kind, proud of what they have. And I remember going to the field and he's like, we're all just one big community and they're all friends and family. Nice. Like these people get brought up into that and then they take over their
so family run
farm. And they work very hard, like learning about it more and all the details, which, I learn a lot as well from it and realizing that it's labor intensive and it's a long process, processing matcha and also know that it's coming from a good place, quality-wise and like culture-wise and then being able to talk about that to people and like what matcha actually is. It's really special.
I feel like that would help you when you're sort of selling the product as well and developing your messaging and knowing all the behind the scenes and what work goes into it would probably add to that too.
I would love to go back again one day, but
I really want to go.
Yeah, you should. Like amazing. Yeah. And also in the snow as well. I really want to go when it's skiing.
That's what I want to do as well. Starting a business is obviously never easy, especially when you're juggling full-time work too. What are some of the challenges that you have faced along the way and how have you approached and overcome them?
I mean, every day there's challenges from getting up and being motivated to not wanting to give up. And, but I think just the whole journey itself, starting this business at 20 with no idea what I was doing. Like I have no family here, like, don't really know many people.
Oh, really?
'Cause I'm from New Zealand.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone's supportive from afar. But I think the one thing that has helped is just the people and the community. Like if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would be here and wanting to continue to do it. So I think that trying to figure it all out and navigate it with literally no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. But I think you learn as you go. Yeah. So that's definitely been a challenge.
Bit of a curveball question. Do you have any podcast? I guess because there's the business side of things as well, which is obviously quite difficult to stay on top of knowing what's best to do, how to run a business. Do you have any podcasts or platforms that you look at to advise?
Brittany Saunders.
Yes.
Love her.
Love her podcast.
And then I also just like a lot of self-help sort of podcasts, books. Yeah. So I listen to Mel Robbins, The Mindset Mentor. Yeah. Or I just search up podcasts that I kind of want to listen to. Yeah. Just stuff to keep me motivated. Even those podcasts and they're don't give up. And I listen to that in the morning. I'm like, Olivia, remember why. Yeah. And you'll have your days, but to be able to push through and keep going is so
I agree.
important, and it just shows how strong you are as well. So.
Yeah. I love listening to a bit of a motivational podcast on the way in, and you're just that's reset my day, and it makes the world of difference. Yeah, so that's cool. What's been your proudest moment so far with Moocha Matcha?
I think all of it, everything along the way, from seeing the line of people at Mucha to selling out to different events with big businesses. Just, everything, making something, a product that people like, that people come. They drive from Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast just to try Mucha.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's very special. I don't know. I'm just overall so proud of Mucha and myself.
It's got to be cool that you can scale back work to 2 days a week and you can really focus on that's probably a big achievement.
That as well. Yeah, being able to fully support myself off of my own business at such a young age.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's an e-commerce side of things as well, so people can order the product whenever they like.
That was probably a proud moment, the first order I got online. Yeah. And then also you could be anywhere during the day and then Shopify notifies you that someone's bought it, and that's just so
exciting,
amazing and eye-opening to being able to make money in life. Yeah. as you go.
Yeah. And do you sort of go home and pack all the orders at the end of the day?
Away. I don't have like a set routine for that. Like if I see them come in, I'm like, okay, pack it now. And then at the end of the day, I'll go to the post shop, or I'll go to work on my lunch break. I'll go to the post shop because there's one right there. And like I've become friends with like the ladies at the post shop. So it's really
nice.
cute. Yeah.
Okay, looking ahead, do you have any sort of future exciting plans for Moocha Matcha, and any new exciting projects or products in the works?
Yes. So the big like goal I had for Mucha at the start was to create a matcha on the go for busy people, and also just something that is good quality and healthy. So it's been in the works for probably over a year now, but I'm creating like a canned matcha retail for on the go. Whenever I walk into a supermarket, there's coffee on the go, there's like protein drinks, but there was no matcha. So I was like, I want to create a matcha that you can grab and go. And also you could have it in the fridge, like in the office. So then instead of having to like go somewhere, if you need like a pick-me-up, like energy sort of matcha alternative to coffee, just grab it.
That's amazing. Such a good idea. What sort of, I guess, in that process, how does it work? Are you just sort of liaising and doing lots of taste testing and all that sort of stuff?
So I have a food scientist. He's in Melbourne. Cool. It's a very expensive process.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Still working a lot. I've learned so much like from him as well, and just about what goes into things for shelf life, stability, and with matcha, there's a whole other process to it because you've got to keep it stable. Yeah. And like so it doesn't oxidize. Yep. So there's a lot,
lots of technical
back and forth, lots of that. Yeah. And also I'm like, I want it to be as clean as possible. Yeah. And also taste good. Yeah. And not bitter. Yeah. And not lumpy. So you've got to think about all these different things.
A lot of balancing.
So he's doing amazing. So it's really cool that I have him. And then the can process will happen in Brisbane. There's only 2 places in Australia that can do it for matcha in a can. Like we've had our first sort of samples back, but hopefully it's coming soon.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know. Well, we'll keep an eye out for when it launches. For young entrepreneurs that are looking to start their own business, what sort of advice would you give them?
Just do it. At the start, I remember I was just like tossing up a lot of things, trying to get everything perfect, ready to go. But in hindsight, you just need to start and get out there. And then you learn so much along the way. You'll know what works, what doesn't work, what you need to add to your business, like make it work, or like what you don't need to do as much. And also just getting past like the point of worrying about what people think as well. Yeah. That's a hard one to overcome.
I think that's why a lot of people sort of stop or hesitate. Yeah. Because they're worried about people's opinions and things. Exactly. You never know if you don't try.
Exactly. And I think that was the biggest thing in life is I've always been like a go-getter, and like moving to Australia at 18 by myself, I always knew I wanted to do something more in life and experience more. Yeah. And then, I was like, why not? If other people can do it, so can I. So I think if you've got an idea, just go for it. Yeah. If you don't have the money,
save.
Or also you don't, just depending on what you're doing, you don't need a lot of money. Yeah. Like for the markets, you just need equipment enough to like pay for milk and stuff, and then you're good to go. Start making matcha. And
so you just sort of pay for your spot at the...
pay for the stall. Yeah. And then the equipment and all the stuff that goes into it. And then also my staff. Like I pay my girls as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We would love to know what your personal favourite way is to enjoy matcha.
Okay, so my original, like OG favourite way is vanilla sea salt matcha. Yeah. That was kind of like the first one I came up with. And I think it's one of the most popular matchas, so I like to have that one. Yep. My everyday matcha is just matcha, bit of honey, bit of cinnamon. It's really nice, and then it doesn't like spike my cortisol levels as much. Yeah. And that's a really nice way to enjoy matcha. And then also my like new favorite way, if I'm feeling like it, is a matcha cookie. But with raspberry and white chocolate in it. Yum. So I've started making them. Okay. I've brought them to the markets as well, so people can enjoy them.
Yeah, that's good.
But I don't think I've ever had anything better.
Yeah. Yum. I feel like I need to retry matcha.
I think so. And you can do lots of things with matcha. Like people have it in their food, savoury, sweet. Yeah. And then any way you can drink it. A lot of like traditionally in Japan, they drink it just as is. Yeah. So it's a lot stronger. Whereas in like other countries like Australia, we like to add milk and that sort of stuff as well. But,
yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to give it a go. The vanilla salted
vanilla
ones
so
sounds delicious.
They're very good. And I do like our matcha, because a lot of people do come being like, I don't like matcha.
Yeah.
So then I just suggest a flavour that's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait, I like it.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all of my questions for you. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure chatting and getting to know Moocha Matcha.
Yeah.
Any final things you want to say about Moocha Matcha to anyone?
Thanks. Thank you to everyone for the support, and see you on Sunday for your matcha.
Yeah, Milton Markets if you want to try it. So if anyone wants to buy some Moocha Matcha to try for themselves, what's your website that they can find you at?
Mucha.au.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.